Hi everyone, Sue from Art Craft and Journals. I thought I'd come on today just to do a quick video. Doing a snippet roll for the Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters Monthly Embellishment Challenge, which is a Facebook group. And I thought I've got a little bit of time today and I'm feeling much better than I have been the last few days, and I think I can actually speak for more than 5 minutes without coughing and spluttering everywhere. We'll see how I go. I will actually fast forward a lot of this because making snippet rolls probably isn't the most exciting thing to do, but I thought I'd quickly make one, and I might as well put the video on while I'm doing it. And back onto, I have been quite sick actually. Started off with a sore throat, then coughing, so forth. And unfortunately, because where I live at the moment in Victoria, I'm actually very close to the hotspot areas. So of course, any symptoms, we are required to not go to work and to go and get tested. So I did, and I will start while I'm talking. I did go up to the testing centre. I actually went on the Monday, so I started feeling not so great on the weekend. So I thought the Monday I'd go up, get tested. So I got there. First of all, I rang my doctor to, you know, just to book in an appointment there. Couldn't go into the doctor's without ringing them. Tried to ring them, could not get through at all. And then I tried booking online. No luck with that either. So basically what I had to do was, before I could see the doctor, I had to get tested for COVID. So I thought, okay, great. Looked up where the testing centre was, and that wasn't too bad. It was only probably about 10 minutes drive from my place. So not so bad. Didn't mind that too much. I got there probably about 11:30 in the morning, only to be turned away and told that they cancelled testing for the day because there were too many people. So I thought, great, okay, fine. So then I thought, so I actually rang them and sort of said, you know, is there anywhere else I can go? No, you have, no, well, all the other centres are just as busy as the one I went to. So she recommended I go a bit earlier in the morning. So I thought, okay, start opens at 9. Thinking, oh, okay, I'll get there early. So I did actually get up, even though I was feeling not so great. I got up for and got myself out the door. Got there just after 8 o'clock to join the queue that was there. And the queue was, when I got there, probably 50 people. About an hour later, there were 200 people. And we were actually queuing outside. And it was freezing. Fortunately, I did have a coat because I usually keep one in my car anyway. But it was absolutely freezing. And I did think to myself, well, this is just great. I've already clearly got a cold or something. And I thought, well, you know, if I don't have pneumonia now. Anyway, did eventually get to the front of the queue, only to be given a number, which I was told to go and wait in my car until they rang me. So I did that, waited in my car for another hour, till I finally went in to have to wait probably another 15 minutes to get tested. Which was not a pleasant experience. Look, it's not really bad, but it's certainly not a pleasant experience. If you've never had it done before, what they do here in Victoria is basically they take a swab, like a cotton bud, but extra big, and they put it down to the back of your throat. So of course, if you're a person like me who gags very easily, well, that happened. And then they actually take it and poke it up both nostrils, one at a time, right to the very top. So that, of course, makes your eyes water. So that wasn't very pleasant either. So anyway, that didn't take too long. Once that was done, I was allowed to go, except of course that you're not allowed to go anywhere. You have to self-isolate until you have the results. They did tell me it was going to take 4 days for the results. Well, 4 days came and went, and I finally did get a message on Saturday at 7:10 in the evening. And I thought at the time, I thought, that's ridiculous. You know, obviously they've got that much of a backlog that some poor person's having to work on their Saturday night, messaging people who've had COVID testing. So, great. Anyway, it turned out to be negative, which I pretty much thought it would be anyway. I just, in my head, to me it was just like a cold or a flu that I get probably once a year, you know. So I wasn't concerned really. But still, you know, you can't go out. I can't go out. I haven't really been out. No, I haven't been out since the testing that I had done, because I don't feel it's appropriate to go out when you know, I'm not well, and I don't want to pass my germs on to anyone else, no matter what germs they are, really. So fortunately I can take sick leave from work. But, you know, you don't want to take too long. We were just sort of catching up from being, you know, locked in the lockdown sort of situation. So anyway, that's been my existence the last few days, or week I should say. A lot of takeaway food, because clearly no one else in the house can cook. So we had a lot of takeaway, and there was a lot of Netflix watching, and just really chilling out, I guess. Did try to make a couple of videos, but when you can't talk too much because you start coughing, it's not very pleasant. And anyone who's familiar with me anyway knows that I kind of cough a lot anyway, because I suffer from asthma. So sometimes it can be quite annoying, actually. But anyhow, all done. So negative results, which was good. So, you know, still got a few symptoms, but hopefully in another few days they'll be cleared, and I will be, I guess, back to normal and able to go out again. Get some shopping done too. I've actually had to make some more online orders. Because, you know, you've got to do that. But there are a couple of things I'm really desperate to go out and buy. I'm looking at getting myself one of those Brother Scan and Cuts. But, you know, I've sort of, I guess, ummed and ahed for quite a while. But I think I've finally decided I am going to get one. If you've got one, let me know what you think about them. Do you use them enough to justify the cost? So I think I'm looking at the one it's not the latest, it's the second latest one. And I think it's going to cost me, I think it was about $799, Australian dollars, obviously. Plus, you need to buy all these other bits and pieces that go with it too. I just assumed you'd get it with, you know, enough to get you going. But the girl that I chatted to online seemed to think I needed all these extra bits. So I'd be curious to know if I actually do need all these extra bits, or whether it was just a sales pitch. Because, you know, like, I don't want to spend too much money as it is. That's quite a big chunk. You know, I didn't really want to spend that much, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. But I really would like to know people who've got one, and if how often they use it. Is it really, can you really justify the cost of it? I guess I'm primarily looking for it to fussy cut things, to scan things and fussy cut them out. And I would like to give making stencils a go, if I can figure out how to do that. Just because I'd like to be able to make some of my own stencils to use in my own artwork, so that then I can actually sell it, because you can't really sell artwork if you've used, you know, a lot of other people's stuff. So you know, I'm curious to see how many people have got it, how many people actually use it. Alright, as you can see, I'm busily carrying on with this. I'm just randomly sticking things anywhere where I think they look alright. I'm trying to keep to the more, excuse me, muted, sort of more colours that tone in with vintage stuff, because that's really pretty much mostly what I do these days. And I didn't want to make it too wide either. I wanted to keep it fairly narrow. And I will sew down it as well once I've got it reasonable length. And I might just speed up the video a bit now, give my throat a break. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that point at the moment, and I'm going to let it dry. Then I will sew it, and then I'll come back and show you. Now I'm not sure how long it is. Let's have a look. Right, so we got 30, 60, 90, just over a metre, about 1.10 meters. So I'm just going to let that dry. Now when I do them, I prefer to keep them fairly minimal, but I do try and block colours, because that way I can cut it to suit a particular journal. And what I will often do is cut a piece and then maybe put a couple of extra maybe embellishment or die cuts or something like that that are more specific to the journal or whatever I'm using it for. But anyway, I'll let that dry and I'll come back when it's dried and sewn. Okay, I'm back with my my snippet piece. Let's see, I did actually 2 rows. Let me see if I can bring it in. 2 rows of zigzag stitch, just to keep those sort of ends in. Probably better to see at the back. And that's all I did. There's a few little loose bits here, but I think they'll be fine. And as I said, what I do is when I need to use it, I'll cut off a piece and then I'll add a few extra bits that will maybe tone it in with the journal that I'm doing. Okay, so that is my snippet roll for the Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters Monthly Embellishment Challenge. So thank you very much, ladies. And thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.